and get a free ribeye. Keep posted to the Mercado's social media pages for other specific daily deals from the 13th through the 24th. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
This year, give the gift of delicious food, incredible service, and a lasting memory with the Pillar Restaurant Group gift card. When you purchase a $50 gift card, you receive a $5 bonus card, or purchase a $100 gift card to receive a $20 bonus card. These cards can be used at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, The Butchery, The Bakery, and all Lincoln Good Sense Deli Fresh Subs locations. Available for purchase at any of our concepts or online at prgnebraska.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings. Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3, get 1 free on Smart Wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy person in your life. Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, rain showers are likely throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 44. Tonight, rain showers continuing, perhaps a few flurries possible as well. We'll see a low around 33. And tomorrow, a chance of rain, perhaps a little snow in the morning. Then partly sunny skies for the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for 3! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome to it here on a beautiful Friday. Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't care if it's raining outside. I don't care if the sky is gray. Rain is just fresh starts. That's all it is. But we're ending the week off here over the next 2 hours on the Block. I am Austin Norman. He is Erick Strickland. Stricky, let's say it's a cold, little bit of a gloomy day. Let's say that you're in the mood for something to pick you up a little bit. You know it's going to make you feel good. And you're hungry. What's your go-to? What are you going to?
Man, I think I'm going to go to Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul and make my way out there and have me a nice little bite or two on some morsels and some victuals and be restful in the aftermath of sitting on the couch and being a couch potato. Yeah. But an enjoyable couch potato.
Oh, the best way.
In the best way. Yeah, man, listen, it's a big weekend in so many ways. Shout out to the Lady Husker volleyball team and Coach Cook and getting those ladies ready. Had a wonderful, wonderful game on last night. They looked so fresh, and I mean, they were so active. They looked like they were locked in. It was just phenomenal to watch. But they don't touch ground again on the court until Sunday. So obviously bowl season's popping off. We kind of had a dry spell, but a lot of information coming out of here with the Raiola situation and a lot of the recruits in the transfer portal and who's in, who's not, who's here, where's the flight trackers, and we had all that stuff going on. But now it's starting to settle into the bowl action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm truly looking forward to watching a lot more football because it's about to end very soon. Basketball still popping off. Obviously, we got a big one this weekend with the Husker basketball team down in Manhattan. What do you call it? The Little Manhattan, Little Apple?
Little Apple.
Yeah, there it is. So yeah, so it's gonna be a good weekend and hopefully festive for the Huskers.
We'll get to plenty of that. We'll talk some Nebraska basketball against Kansas State. Game number 4 in this defining stretch for the team. They're 1-2 right now. What would it mean to get that second win in this stretch? To do it on the road against a former, Big 8, Big 12 conference foe. We'll talk with Steve Sipple of Husker Online, but of course, more importantly, early break with Sip and Jake, as well as Coach Bill Bush. And then at the end of this hour, Stricky and I, for the last hour and a half or so, we were up at A1 Automotive, just down the block from us there. Kendall Warnock and his crew doing great things in this community. We also want to shout out Linked to Literacy. They're having their big event here at 93.7 The Ticket right now from 2 to 6. Linked to Literacy is here. It's huge. It's about getting books in kids' hands. And you can win some stuff as well just for stopping by. There are a few gift cards up for grabs to local bookstores. So if you're looking for some last-minute Christmas gifts for someone or need another book in your hands, you get an entry for a gift card just for showing up, just for stopping by. A portion of proceeds from the mill will go to Linked to Literacy. And then if you sign up, if you donate, there are other entries available for you that way. But make sure you come down through 1040 O Street, say hi to the wonderful people from Linked to Literacy. And we'd love to see you. Stop in, say hi to them. Stop in, say hi to us. We're here all show. Again, they're here from 2 to 6. 402-464-5685. If you've got any thoughts on anything that we're going to go over here today, Strick, the big news, the thing that has everyone waiting with bated breath, Dylan Raiola and his commitment. We do have pictures from the airport. He has landed. He is in the 402 at the very least. That's really all we know, but he did make the trip. He is here. And now that he's here, Nebraska cannot let him get out of the state without signing the correct papers. It can't happen. Given how the McCord situation went down, given Kalen shopping around and just how late in the quarterback portion of the transfer portal market we are right now, Nebraska cannot afford to let Dylan Raiola leave the state without securing his commitment.
That is an absolute fact. It is a must. The program, the university, the staff, they would do themselves a disservice if they don't get an all-in commitment. Not oh yeah, man, we like what we see, the smile and the pandering and all of that stuff. We don't need none of that right now. We're at the end of the hour. It needs to be some decisions because we don't have a lot of time to even go out there and try to jump in the mix with anybody else at this point. I think you've put your eggs in the basket. You've let one of the ones that you thought could be a nice integral bridge gap in this whole process. You let him pass on, and your retention needs to step up as far as what you still have. You know what I mean? So whether that's Kalen, whether that's Purdy, you need to really be dual. You know how those guys have those dual swords, how they can, you need to be doing the double action sword action with both of those guys. And nothing less than a full all-in commitment is unwelcomed at this point.
It's not acceptable. It can't be we'll let you know on Wednesday if I'm in or not. No. If you don't get a no before he's ready to leave, you don't let him be ready to leave. You find something, you get creative. And that's where I think there's a balance too, Strick, between making sure a player feels valued, wanted, poured into, invested in, but also not acquiescing to any demands, right? Any unreasonable demands that will set your program back. Because Dylan Raiola is a really good player. highest ranked quarterback Nebraska might ever get, highest rated one since Tommy Frazier at the very least. But we said this before. I think it bears repeating. As good as he is, as cool as it would be to see another Raiola play on Memorial Stadium on Tom Osborne Field, no one player can be bigger than the program. At some point, the coaching staff, might have to put its foot down and say, we want to do what is best for you, but we have to do what's best for the program, for the athletic department, and for the state because of just how big a driver Nebraska football is. So that's where I hope the coaches understand how important it is to get Dylan Raiola's commitment. But I also hope that if it's, ludicrous demands being made or they want something that doesn't make sense, so the coaching staff isn't scared to put its foot down and say, you're important, but not as important as the health of the whole program. We have to do what's best for us.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, look, to me, and say this if you're wrong, or say, well, let me know if I'm wrong in what I'm saying on the Stoddard Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. Just let me know, because at the end of the day, right? And I want to take it out the football spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep it in life, in real life spectrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ready? Here we go. In life, I'm going to give you a few scenarios, right? In life, you're going down O Street. You're in the brass rail. You're having a really good night. Things are going well. There's the finest woman in that spot. She's sitting across the bar. She's eyeing you down. You're catching eye contact with her, and there's everything in you that wants to walk down to the end of that bar and say something to her, right? Because you know that, when you catch eye contact, that drawing eye contact, you got that with her, and you're the only one she's giving it to, right? Mm-hmm. You walk to the end of that bar, you finally step up to it. She's giving you all of the laughs and giggles, all of the smiles, and all of the little touch, rolling of her hair, just looking you. Oh, you look so good. Thank you for the drink, baby. She's giving you everything you want, right? I'll call you later. I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, here's my number.
Mm-hmm.
So forth and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get the number. Boom. Time goes. You're freaking hitting her on text. You're trying to get up with her because you need that next date, dinner, more drinks, whatever the case may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's not really hollering at you back. You keep chasing. How much respect does she has for you if you continue the chase? You finally get the next dinner, but she's really not feeling you and committed to you and drawn into you as much as you're drawn into her.
I feel like there's a very fine line between persistence and desperation.
Exactly. That's what I was going for. So you feel me.
Mm-hmm.
So I only gave that story so you can feel what I'm saying about when you don't lay down your boundaries as well as to what you will take, what you will accept, then you will continuously fall short in landing the best girl in the room. You may get to go out on a date with her, but you're not going to land her.
But plenty of other guys have taken her out on dates too.
Exactly. My sentiments exact. So at some point, you got to take a stance. You got to say, I'm not accepting that. I'm not cool with that. I'm not good with that. And that's where Nebraska can't fall into that trap because they want the finest girl in the room. They want the best girl, but they can't fall into the trap of chasing her until you lose yourself and all the other girls that you may have liked also around you because you focused on that one.
And other girls that were looking at you that you didn't give attention to.
Facts. That's all I'm saying. So I just wanted to give a real life perspective because sometimes we get so caught up. We get so caught up in the sports aspect of it and all of the minutia that goes into it instead of really looking at real life stuff. That's a real life. That's what you don't want to fall into that trap. That's all.
With a player, with a coach.
Anything.
Because it's easy to do.
Yeah.
It's the natural inclination. It's just what
you want to get
drawn
better.
To do. Yeah.
I mean, even a better job. Sometimes the job may look better, but you're happier here. The job may pay more money, but you're probably getting micromanaged. You've got all this other pressure on you. You've got to get all these reports out. Whereas the other one let you do your work and you thrived better. You were happier, but you weren't making as much money. Right. You may have made $40,000 more, but at the end of the day, you're not as happy. And then that was me, man. That was me. Listen, I was in Vancouver. I hate, and I wouldn't advise people to do that. I opted out of a contract of almost, I want to say it was like $2.8 million. I opted out. I was miserable in Vancouver. Now, I would have found a different way to do it. Now, hindsight, I would have probably did. But I tell you what, even though I did it and I went to a 1-year contract, lost that money, I was the happiest I ever been playing in Boston with that team. I was so much more happier on less money. So sometimes it's not always about the money. It's about the peace of mind. And we've got a risky situation with the Dylan Raiola situation. It's very risky. So you got to make sure that you don't fall into the trap and you lose peace of mind, because it could be more of a struggle a year down the road, months down the road, if you don't do it the right way.
Right, because to continue that example, right, it's one thing to go on a date, right? I mean, you've dated Dylan Raiola before if you're in Nebraska, but you can't just be looking at this as we're good for each other right now. You have to balance the short term with the long term, right? You're not just looking for the next date. You're looking for hardware. That's what you're looking for. So Nebraska, I think
at worst, a bowl game.
At worst. But I think if you're Nebraska, you have to do this. You have to pursue it because it makes sense. And he's probably the best option out there for you. But I don't think you enter into this, redating, speed dating kind of reacclimation with Dylan Raiola if you're not convinced that he's going to be here less than 3 years. Because you can't afford to go all out on this one guy who at the first sign of trouble is going to dump.
Out. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Shout out Sauter Heyman text line 402-464-5685 or on the stream. And I really want to hear from you on this, because here's the thing. Do you feel that the upside is greater or the risk is greater in this situation if it's solely him? Like I'm saying, solely him, not Brock, solely him, not Kalen, solely him and not anyone else, but just solely him. Because I'm telling you, you've seen this picture before. This isn't the only time you've seen this picture. You've seen this picture before. I'm telling you right now, you don't want that. No. You don't want that solely him. You would prefer to have that 3-year, let's grow, let's develop, let's put these Legos together. We don't want a bunch of pieces of Legos just laying around. We want to build something with the Lego. I don't care if it's the Millennium Falcon. I don't care if it's an airplane. I don't care if it's an eagle. We want to build something with the Legos. We don't want to just have a bunch of Legos laying around with nothing built out at the end of the day. Yeah.
And that's why I think we'll never know the full story as to why Kyle McCord, all of a sudden up and left. If that was a Kyle McCord thing, if that was a Raiola thing, if that was a Nebraska thing. What would make me feel the best, Strick, is if Kyle McCord had a change of heart. Because if Nebraska or the Raiola family pushed him out, I think they're not looking big enough picture. I think they're looking for the here and now. Because I think it was a mutually beneficial situation for Kyle McCord to come in, get what he wants out of it, for Dylan Raiola to sit a year, for Nebraska to have that stability for not just 3 years, but 4 years. So I hope that Kyle McCord just had a change of heart. Someone came in with a bigger, better offer that we haven't heard about. It's been sneaky quiet, so I don't think that's the case. But that's why I said what I did about Nebraska having to put its foot down, because you have to, like what Brad Baldwin is saying. He says, we've waited long enough to be a winner. It's time to sign a deal with the devil and get him here. It's time to play like the big boys. I get the desperation for winning. I get that hunger for a big-time prospect. You can't sell your soul. You can't. You cannot prioritize 2024 at the expense of 2027, at the expense of 2034. Now, you need a good 2024 to get you on that right path. You need a good 25 and 26 as well. But here's the thing. We were him or bust with Scott Frost. We were him or bust with Adrian Martinez. If not him, then who? There's always another option out there. Now, is there another option in the 2024 class? Doesn't seem like it. Nebraska's putting all those eggs in that basket. But who's to say a lesser heralded 2025 guy can't come in with stability and help elevate the program? Same in 2026. Yeah. So, no, you cannot sell your soul. You cannot kowtow. You cannot acquiesce. You have to play the game, right? You have to give the number one recruit what he wants to make him feel comfortable and valued. Yeah. But you can't make him the leader of your program from day one. He's not ready for that. Matt Rule's the adult in the room who's done this before. This would be the best quarterback recruit he's ever recruited. It's a new world for him, but he's built a program before. He has to mix what he's done before, what he knows, with starting to dive into some of these deeper waters.
Hey, Austin, I'm going to continue to say this before we go to break.
Mm-hmm.
You can just run down the gamut. Now, we're not going to just talk about, because we can talk about college programs. It is a rarity. And again, I can just take into account the last two top quarterbacks, Quinn Ewers, Arch Manning, and I can just continue just stay with those two. One of them was a fourth string, and the other one was a third string in their first year. They weren't even ready for what they fell into.
Nope.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that it can't happen. It's a rarity. Now, you can throw them into the fire, but normally what happens is those quarterbacks that are freshmen are normally behind a backup. They've had time, spring practice, maybe wasn't the starter initially, maybe after 4 or 5 games ended up, had some bumps and bruises, but yet ended up having a pretty, but I'm telling you, and to include, if your goal is to go to the pros, to the NFL, some of the greatest to have done it, the greatest, Tom Brady, was not even a starter. Aaron Rodgers was behind someone. You continue to go down that line, all of them in some form or fashion, and guess what? Are we talking about Kyler Murray?
We ain't.
Talk to me. Are we talking about Bryce?
We aren't.
CJ had a pretty solid one, but there were some bumps and bruises with that too. But I'm just saying it's a rarity. There's more of it the other way than there is for them to have the success that they have in their first year.
You don't want to force a guy like this onto the scene because here's
you're not ready in all aspects.
Right. I think there's two ways that Dylan Raiola is a starting quarterback. Number one, he's just that good, or number two, nobody else is that good. The hope for Nebraska right now is that Chubba Purdy comes back so that there's legitimate competition for Dylan Raiola. There's legitimate competition for Chubba Purdy. Neither one of them has handed the job. I would want Chubba Purdy to start at least the first few games, at least, if not the whole year, because then Dylan Raiola would have had to beat him out. But if Chubba Purdy leaves and the quarterback room is Heinrich Harburg and Luke Longville with Dylan Raiola, how does he not win that job? You don't want to just give him the job by default. You want him to have to work and earn it. And then if by midseason, he passes Chubba Purdy, okay, coach thinks he's ready. Chubba's played fine, adequate football. Nebraska's in a pretty good position, but it's just undeniable. We can't keep this guy off the field any longer. There's a big difference between being unable to keep a guy off the field because he earned it and unable to keep a guy off the field because you can't do anything else without him, because he's already your best option.
Yes, because you want a guy to have an edge. You want a guy to have an edge.
And we're talking about Dylan Raiola's edge right now with all the transferring, with all the bouncing around, with the decommitments. He has to prove he has that edge.
That's why I'm saying is it a risk, or do are you looking more at the upside reward as opposed to what the risk? I think there's just more risk. I think there's more risk than there is reward, because there's a little track record that I'm seeing of some things that kind of give me a little pause about his stick-to-itiveness. Little pause. Okay. About his stick-to-itiveness, about his stick and stay, about his willingness to fight. Because whenever whenever stuff gets tough for those who haven't been in the trenches, they will succumb to the pressure, and they'll either walk away from it or go to some. What does water normally do when it goes to the path of least resistance? That's, if you want to be pliable as water, then I want rock solid cement and concrete. I want something that water just doesn't takes time to penetrate. Right. You know what I mean? So that's the way I feel.
Be cement, but don't have cement shoes. Have that pocket mobility. That's all we're asking. He's Strick. I'm Austin. This is On the Block, brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Don't forget, we do have Linked to Literacy down here at 1040 O Street. Great nonprofit here in Lincoln. Swing by. A couple gift cards up for grabs for you, just for coming down to the ticket, saying hi, checking in with them. We'll be here. Give us a wave. We'll shake your hand at some point. keep interacting with the show. We really appreciate all of you on our Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. Also on the Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter streams. Keep those comments coming. We'll talk some more football, some more Huskers, talk some Los Angeles Chargers. What's going on out there? What needs to happen? We'll talk with Steve Sipple in hour 2. Plenty more to come yet on the block.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Load up on meat and more this holiday season at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through December 19th is spend $40 and get a free ribeye. Keep posted to the Mercado's social media pages for other specific daily deals from the 13th through the 24th. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
The new year is just around the corner. Why not start it off strong with a new career? General Excavating is looking for qualified underground utility project managers. Check out our website, generalexcavating.com, or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Happy holidays from General Excavating.
We can live our lives without breaking the law, but that doesn't mean you won't be accused of committing a crime. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. If you've been accused of a crime, your job, your family, and your freedom is at stake. At Liberty Law Group, our skilled and relentless trial attorneys pride themselves on tackling difficult cases and providing the highest quality representation for our clients. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Yeah, it was about 3 or 4 o'clock, 4:30. I want to say the news broke that Kyle McCord was out on Nebraska.
It's interesting, fascinating to me. I thought they could get them both. I thought they're going to, and I know Bill's right. It'd be remarkable. Somebody tweeted to me, Sipple's not that remarkable. They had Crouch and Newcomb. Well, Newcomb moved positions right away, pretty much right away. Went to receiver.
That was the team that also was national championship level.
Yeah.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found in Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2024 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We say hello to our friends on Facebook. Had a little issue getting that stream up and running, but it is available there at 93.7 The Ticket. Make sure you like the page. We post all sorts of stuff there, including the Heavenly Waffles flavor for the week. They'll be back again next Wednesday. Don't forget, we have Linked to Literacy here with us at 93.7 The Ticket for the next few hours. We'll bring someone in to talk about their mission, their event today here in our next segment. But Strick, let's keep this Nebraska football, Dylan Raiola conversation going. We got a lot of people here on the YouTube stream going in on it. Shay has made some good points. No one should be promised playing time. I don't believe that will happen, but at the very least, you owe it to every person on the team to make the team better. Correct, right? No promises, no guarantees. I think that's ideal. But I think the way you make the team better is, yes, you go get the 5-star number 1 or number 2 overall player in this class. But I think you make not just this team better, but this program better by going to get a guy ahead of him for a year.
Yeah, that's all we're saying. I mean, you look at the track records, and you've also got to look at the past, and you've got to weigh and take in those accounts, because if you throw all of that in to your bucket, then again, if it hits, great. I mean, I'm rooting for the hit. I'm not rooting for the I'm not negative Nancy over here rooting for the mid. I'm rooting for the hit. But I'm just saying, like, in football, there's something uniquely different. And that's, you may have on a specific team, you may have 3 wide receivers playing against a certain group of other teams that are nowhere in the sphere of athleticism, gifted talent, or anything. And fly patterns, post patterns, routes, they blow by safeties like no tomorrow, because they're just that much better in talent. You see a large discrepancy of talent, right? Now, you may go and play top programs, and then they start to shrink, and then you kind of get a better assessment as to what that looks like. But that's few and far between, because there's not a large swath of freshmen. There's those Travis Hunter types. They're out there that have those abilities to come in and be effective.
But guess what? He's not a quarterback.
That is true too. They're skill position players. Quarterback is way different. Schemes are different. Speed, fast,
responsibilities,
physicality. All that stuff is way different. And you got a schedule now that people don't understand. Like, I wish I could really tell you what a schedule is like being a college athlete. I mean, that I played, and even on a professional level. Now you're crossing over college and professionalism. Because outside of that, too, they got NIL situations they got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
They got all these different, they got meetings, NIL, all these other things they've got now on their plate that puts them in a cross section of both school and professionalism.
Mm-hmm.
So with all that weight, then all that pressure that comes with it, because then you've got to produce, it's tough. I just don't want you guys to miss that point, man. We're not saying we're rooting against Raiola or the likes of them. I'm just saying, just got to take those things into account so that way you can monitor your expectations and not, okay, go on, I'm done.
That part, monitor your expectations.
Yeah.
Let's say Nebraska does land Dylan Raiola. Let's say that he is the starting quarterback next year. My expectations for him and for this program are vastly different, Strick, if Dylan Raiola sits a year versus if he plays right away.
Yeah.
And again, if he plays right away, is it because, like some people are saying on the text line, does he play right away because we don't have a true Big Ten quarterback ready right now, or does he play because he beat those guys out? We were looking at that quarterback position at the end of last year saying maybe Chubba Purdy can be a guy, but he's just been better than the other options. And Nebraska hasn't added anyone to that room. Who's there for Dylan Raiola to beat out? Guys we were bashing all season long, deservedly so in a lot of cases. That it's competition, but kind of paper tiger competition right now, which is why I think it was so important for Nebraska to try to go get that bridge guy for a year to mentor, to play well enough, but to mentor, to show the ropes, however it is that you want to describe it for a guy like Dylan Raiola. I was looking it up, Strick. His true freshman year for Adrian Martinez, he had 3,500 total yards, 2,800 passing, and 600 rushing. I don't think Dylan Raiola ever rushes for 600 yards in a season, maybe not in his entire career. If you told me Dylan Raiola had 3,000, passing yards and 200 rushing yards as a true freshman, I think that's a stellar success. I just don't expect him with this wide receiver core, with not a guy like Julian Fleming coming, with Demas, who canceled his visit and commitment and whatnot. There's still the wide receiving core isn't there.
Line is still kind of
Unk
running
got
back.
a little bit of a raise. It was better. Running back needs some reinforcements. And that's what I want to bring up with Steve Sipple is Nebraska waiting for the quarterback dominoes to fall to go other places in the portal? Or why don't we have more movement of these other positions? Because it's not just about landing a transfer quarterback or a 2024 recruit. Whoever that quarterback is going to need some help.
Period. And listen, I could go on and we can go on and we can continue to take in, and we want to take in more of your text line calls as well as your stream submissions. We appreciate those as well. But fortunately, we have a wonderful guest that's in the building. They're doing a wonderful and tremendous thing for kids and in the community with Link to Literacy. So we're going to bring them in. And we may be able to continue this conversation, but we definitely want to get to the big part of this weekend, which is also Nebraska basketball going down the Little Apple at Kansas State. Give a little preview there. But we could go on and on about this, but we're just really trying to just mitigate your expectations. Because
not dampen your excitement.
Yeah. What are those?
Mm-hmm.
What are those? Like I want to hear this part. 402-464-5685. If we get Dylan Raiola, at what point are you upset if we don't get to a bowl game, if we're not 8-5 or 8-4, 8-4 or whatever, and then win a bowl game? At what point are you disappointed or are you upset? Because what if he comes in and we go 4-7 again? I'm just throwing it out there. I would love to hear from you. What is your breaking point, or what is your success point for him coming in? Because you have to have those expectations that probably don't go, because if he goes over and above, woohoo, we're jumping in here and we're slamming 5 and we're hitting beer mugs and all of that. We're good about it. But what if it doesn't go that way? How do you feel about it? Where will you sit?
How do you handle it? How do you react? Yeah. That's the question. Let's get to our friends from Link to Literacy. We'll bring them in, talk about what's going on here at 93.7 The Ticket for the next few hours in just a sec.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
We can live our lives without breaking the law, but that doesn't mean you won't be accused of committing a crime. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. If you've been accused of a crime, your job, your family, and your freedom is at stake. At Liberty Law Group, our skilled and relentless trial attorneys pride themselves on tackling difficult cases and providing the highest quality representation for our clients. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
Video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3, get 1 free on Smart Wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy person in your life. Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
At Allo, we believe in the exceptional. From extraordinary whole home coverage to super fast speeds, our local teams are always on hand to make sure your service is running at top performance. Let go of lag, banish buffering, and enjoy outstanding service throughout your entire home. We believe in delivering nothing less than exceptional service, so that's exactly what we do. Visit us at allofiber.com to experience the exceptional.
Load up on meat and more this holiday season at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through December 19th is spend $40 and get a free ribeye. Keep posted to the Mercado's social media pages for other specific daily deals from the 13th through the 24th. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Become a member of the YMCA today and enjoy access to all 4 Lincoln locations. Free group fitness classes along with member pricing for the whole family on youth programs such as swimming, dance, and basketball. The YMCA even offers free health assessments to kickstart your workout. Start the new year off right as a member of the YMCA and enjoy no initiation fees through the end of the month. For a list of locations and to join, visit ymcalincoln.org. The YMCA, for a better us.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer. Usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here during On the Block. Austin Norman and Erick Strickland with you, joined by a couple special guests. We've got Ashley, we've got Liam in studio, all as part of Link to Literacy having their event here at our space at 1040 O Street. Ashley, welcome in, welcome back in. You've done this before. We know that. Just set the scene for people. What's going on here at 93.7 The Ticket today?
Yes, so I am with Link to Literacy. We are so excited to be here at The Ticket because we are signing families up for Dolly Parton's Imagination Library.
And she's here.
Yes, we have a life-size Dolly Parton. So please come on down, take a picture, check out the program, hear more about what we're doing. Link to Literacy is thrilled to be bringing this to Lincoln. We've never had it here. It's across the U.S. Any child who lives in our chosen zip codes between the ages of 0 to 5 can actually receive a free book every single month. And this is all through Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. So we're here just to hype it up, to let people know that this is new, this is here, and that it's gotten started.
Which zip codes are those?
That is a great question. I
think it was 08 and 10, right?
So, yep, here in Lincoln, the zip codes we have are 68510 and 68508.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about Link to Literacy and your connection to it. How did you get hooked up with the board, and what drew you to Link to Literacy and its mission?
Yes. So first off, I'm just an avid reader. I love reading myself. And then I have worked with students in the city. I run a book club. I've been a literacy director at a nonprofit, and I've seen the magic of reading. I've seen how books can change lives. And so I hooked up with Link to Literacy because I needed some new books for the students that were meeting at my house each week. And so I met up with Kim and Kat, the founders, and they helped me come up with the perfect books to
So
keep
it was
reading.
a strategic partnership that you were able to initially begin.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
What about this program has inspired you to want to take it into another level and really be able to integrate this into the hearts and the minds of young children in the neighborhoods and communities?
What has really inspired me is that Link to Literacy is very intentional. We're intentional about partnerships. And so we are here to collaborate with other existing programs and organizations. And then I love how it is purposeful that we get books that represent the kids and the families that we serve.
Okay. There's conversations out there like, is there a certain group of you guys that kind of pick certain books? Is it tailored, or is it just kind of just open to the desires of the hearts and the young children? Or do they kind of navigate to a direction of where it's like adventurous and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you kind of determine that?
That is a great question. And that's actually what really drew me to Link to Literacy as a program person. I met with them and they asked me the best questions. They wanted to get to know the students that I was meeting with, like inside and out. They wanted to know what motivates them. What are they all about? What are they into? And that's what we do with every organization that we partner with. So we do a big project called Empower Me Packs, where we are getting backpacks of books to students who are in the foster care system. So we find books that are intentional and books that can help them grow and also just escape in good adventures. So it's a variety of ways that we connect people with books.
When you think about that too, I think when you think about, meeting kids' needs, it's food, it's shelter, it's water, it's all of that. But just how important is a book to a young kid?
Yes, it is such a simple mission, right? Like we have all these needs, and it's sometimes people are like, well, why books? Well, I think that book ownership has proven. I think there's dignity in book ownership. I think you can get lost in a lot of different adventures.
Mhm.
I think students can build empathy. When you have knowledge and you have background knowledge, you're able to relate with the world better, with people better. You can have future thinking, you have dreams and goals. Books do all of that in those simple pages. So that's why I think it's important.
We've got Liam in here,
Yeah.
and we were talking before the segment. Liam, you told us you get lost in video games, but come on, man, it's cold outside, it's drizzly. You have a fireplace, just curl up in front of the fireplace with a good book, right? What's on your reading list right now?
I don't know.
What are you reading right now? The name of the book?
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Nice. So Harry Potter is like is it a fun book for you, or is it just one that you kind of see that you're like Harry Potter and you kind of follow him as if it was like you?
Yeah.
You want to be Harry Potter when you grow up?
Yeah.
You going to go to Hogwarts, get your letter?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As a mom, when you see him pick up that book or you read it with him, what's it like just from a mom to a kid having that bond with your child as you read a book?
There's so many special things about it. I mean, we can snuggle up and read a book together. So it's a nice bonding experience, but also it's just a way for him to relax and learn. And so it's just really special to pass that love of reading on to all my kids.
We do have a question from the text line that we were going to get to sooner than later. But Ashley, can you explain how kids or their parents sign their kids up for Link to Literacy and the Imagination Library to get that free book every month?
Yes. So first of all, I'm going to say if you want to come down here to the ticket to the mill, 11th and O, we can get you signed up right here. You can get a picture with our life-size dolly. We have some special drawings going on. But if you're unable to make it out on this rainy day, then you actually can go to imaginationlibrary.com. And that's a chance for you to see if your zip code is eligible and find out if you can get signed up.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That was a question. I think, I don't know if it was a question, but somebody on the text line also threw that out there. Is also 68503. So if you do want to know, just go to
imaginationlibrary.com.
There you go. Imaginationlibrary.com if you want to know if it's availability in your zip code. So those are some things that are wonderful. Man, you guys are great and continue the wonderful work that you guys continue to do for the community.
Thank you.
So again, they're here till 6 tonight at 1040 O Street. Stop by. If you buy coffee or something at the mill, portion of the proceeds go to Link to Literacy. Get entered for drawings if you come down here. Sign up for the newsletter. That's really simple to do. Even just for stopping in, you'll get an entry. But what are some other ways people can support Link to Literacy?
Yeah, that's a great question. You always can go to our linktoliteracy.org. We are always accepting donations for our next project. Like we're doing CLC book fairs. We are doing Empower Me packs. We always have a new project coming up. And so we would appreciate your donations, but also we are growing rapidly and we are always looking for more people that are passionate about literacy, about community, and we would love to get you connected to simply come volunteer. So giving of your time or of your resources would both be we'd be very grateful for that.
linkedtoliteracy.org is the website. Check it out there. Ashley, thanks for your time. Thank you for the work you're doing. Liam, I can't wait to see the great things you do at Hogwarts. Thanks for coming in, buddy. We'll take a break here during On the Block. Be back with hour 2 of the show in just a minute.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2024 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found in Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
We can live our lives without breaking the law, but that doesn't mean you won't be accused of committing a crime. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. If you've been accused of a crime, your job, your family, and your freedom is at stake. At Liberty Law Group, our skilled and relentless trial attorneys pride themselves on tackling difficult cases and providing the highest quality representation for our clients. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Become a member of the YMCA today and enjoy access to all 4 Lincoln locations. Free group fitness classes along with member pricing for the whole family on youth programs such as swimming, dance, and basketball. The YMCA even offers free health assessments to kickstart your workout. Start the new year off right as a member of the YMCA and enjoy no initiation fees through the end of the month. For a list of locations and to join, visit ymcalincoln.org. The YMCA, for a better us.
It's Teddy Bear Toss Night at the Icebox this Friday night as the Lincoln Stars host the Tri-City Storm at 7:05. Bring a teddy bear to the game and toss it on the ice after the Stars score their first goal of the game. All bears will be donated to community action to benefit local children in need this holiday season. Purchase your tickets now for Teddy Bear Toss Night at LincolnStars.com.
New year, new career. The new year is just around the corner. Why not start it off strong with a new career? General Excavating is looking for qualified underground utility project managers. Check out our website, generalexcavating.com, or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Happy holidays from General Excavating.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Attention holiday deal finders. This Saturday, December 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Body Shop will be having its first ever gift card sale day. Get incredible discounts on 60-minute and 90-minute services. Normally, gift cards are purchased online, but on Saturday, you must come into the office to purchase the gift cards and receive a discount. Don't just get gift cards for Christmas, but also for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and more. That's this Saturday, December 16th, for the first ever gift card sale day at the Body Shop from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 48th and A.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, rain showers are likely throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 44. Tonight, rain showers continuing, perhaps a few flurries possible as well. We'll see a low around 33. And tomorrow, a chance of rain, perhaps a little snow in the morning. Then partly sunny skies for the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're back, hour 2 of the show on a Friday. A beautiful day to support Link to Literacy. Big thanks to Ashley and young Harry Potter in the making, Liam, for stopping by the studio for a few minutes, telling us about the mission, just how important it is to have a good book in a child's hands. If you're interested in helping out with Link to Literacy, it's www.linktoliteracy.org. Their big push is for the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, imaginationlibrary.com, to see how you can help get books in the hands of kids who might not have them here in the Lincoln area. A lot of great stats. We'll keep bringing it up throughout the show. If you have any thoughts on the commitment that we hope is forthcoming for Dylan Raiola, the expectations that would be there for him, let us know, 402-464-5685. If you've got to play to Mary Ellen's in front of you, if that's your plan for tonight, let us know. If you're down there, tell them that On the Block sent you. Strick, we're going to turn the page a little bit. We talked some volleyball with Nick while we were at A1 Automotive earlier today. We haven't talked a lot about basketball. Came up in passing, but a big game on tap on Sunday for volleyball. We know that they get Texas in the championship game, but Nebraska men's basketball now sits at 8-2 on the season. They're 1-1 in conference play. We know they lost to Minnesota to start it off, bounced back with a really solid basketball game and win against Michigan State. The end of this stretch, though, this 4-game stretch that we said was going to tell us a lot about this team is here. They go down to Manhattan, the Little Apple, to take on Kansas State on Sunday afternoon. Let's say Nebraska gets the win at 2-2. Not going to be easy. Kansas State still, a Power 5 program. We'll talk about some of the pieces here in a second. But what would it mean for this Nebraska team to get a win and be 2-2 through this 4-game stretch?
Well, listen, it's a team Kansas State team is 6-0 at home, so that that they've taken that philosophy that I've always talked about is win at home. Do whatever you got to do to take care of business in your home gym. And so they're going to be tough. Now, the other thing about this team is when you look at everything, for the most part, it is equal again.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you have a team across the board where there's equality, they're equal as far as, their stat lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scoring, field goal percentage, shooting from 3, rebounds, assists. Now, here's where the difference is, and here's where I think the difference in this game is determined. They block more shots, meaning your attacking of the rim, you want to make sure you attack, draw, kick, finish.
Mm-hmm.
That means you attack, they don't come, shoot middies, finish. That's got to be your mindset for this game. Mm-hmm. If they're a high block shot team, they're 4 games. So that means you coming in there, they're losing stuff. Mm-hmm. Because what does that do? That not only at home, that not only creates excitement in the building, but it also creates potential fast break opportunities if they don't just lose it out of bounds, right? Where else is this team strong at K-State? At home, not just at home, but total. 7 steals a game.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's going to be pressure. When you're on the road, what are they going to try to do? Excite the crowd.
Amp it up.
Get up at you, hound you, cause you to make mistakes, take advantage of your mistakes, and then run you out the building. You've got to be able to, if you make mistakes, calm the situation down, make sure you're getting good shots, and kill runs.
Which Nebraska did against Michigan State, did not do against Minnesota.
There you go. So that's basically what's got to happen in this game if Nebraska wants to walk out of Little Apple with a victory.
If you look at just some of the numbers, Kansas State is 111th in offensive rating, 156th in defensive rating. On the flip side for Nebraska, 75th in offense, 112th in defense. So Nebraska and Kansas State are similar. They're comparable, but at least so far, Nebraska's been a little bit better than Kansas State. Now, the important thing to note that you just said, Strick, Nebraska failed its one road test. And that's a big deal. That was a conference game against a team that you think Nebraska matched up better with than it showed, especially in that second half. But I think Kansas State's guards are what really get it going. It's not a huge team, but it's a pretty athletic team, right? Kaluma transfers down there from Creighton. He's their third leading scorer right now, second leading scorer, one of three guys that's averaging right at 16 points per game. He's at 16 and 8. You have Cameron Carter averaging just about 17 and 5.5. But to me, the guy that makes it all go is Tyler Perry, one of the shortest guys on the roster. He's 5'11", 180, but Strick, he's a baller. He comes to Kansas State from North Texas, who made a good run in the NIT last year. And if you know anything about North Texas, under Grant McCaslin, there's a reason he went to Texas Tech, to follow Chris Beard, to follow Mark Adams. He's a defensive guy. He's all about ball pressure, no middle. We talk about Nebraska shading guys toward the baseline when they're in the corners. There's no middle on Kansas State. Nebraska's going to have to work to get the ball to the elbows to rink mass. Josiah Alec practiced today. They'll see if he's full go tomorrow. But I think Tyler Perry is a guy that at 5'11", Jamarcus Lawrence has to be all over him, right? Because this isn't a good matchup for Bryce Williams or Juwan Gary. He's just too short and quick.
Yeah.
Jamarcus Lawrence has to match the energy of Tyler Perry on defense.
There's no doubt. And you got to understand this team, those dribble handoff flicks, they're going to jump those.
Like you warned on Tuesday.
They're going to start jumping on those situations because sometimes Nebraska gets so caught up in the pattern of it that they'll just catch the ball sometimes and just throw it just because they expect it. You can't do that in this situation. No. You've got to, every now and then throw a fake just to test them. If they jump, boom, you got something. But don't just be haphazard and just catching, throwing, just flipping and just tossing because this team is gonna hound and jump you. Now, in the same manner, don't give them space. Don't just allow them just to be able to look and peep out what's going on the offensive side of things. Maybe put some pressure to them as well, in the same manner. Just don't let them be all comfortable because at home, that's mostly where people are most comfortable.
With those handoffs, is that something that you think Fred Hoiberg and Nate Lenzler, Adam Howard, Ernie Ziegler have seen on film out of Nebraska and self-scout and will kind of get the pulse of the team and call it out? Or is that a play, that kind of flip or the fake, that you want Nebraska's players to recognize on their own and kind of pull off in the moment?
Well, first you want to show it to them for exposure purposes, right? Expose them to it first, then work drills off of it, and then it becomes just second nature to do.
Oh, I have this option. I can do this.
Yeah. Initially, you might do it by way of a few plays and just to test it, but you want to drill it because in the same way that I talk about when you're coming off of an off season, don't go into a season trying to work on shots and step backs and, moves and counters that you ain't worked on in the off season. Do the things you do well, because otherwise you're going to mess around and then do something that you're going to dribble the ball off your foot or you work at that stuff on the off season.
Right.
So you may have a few moves and a few counters, and then you may expound on those coming back because film is going to show what you like to do. They're going to show that you like to come over if you're rink mass, you like to go over your left shoulder or whatever the case may be, right? So you want to come back with a left shoulder up, step through, or a counter, like Olajuwon, fake to the left, come back. You work on that in the off season. Maybe one in season, but don't be trying to add a repertoire in the off season. So that's why I say drill it and then go into the game and see if it might work for you.
I know we have Teach Tape Tuesday. We'll do that again Tuesday at 2:30. But this can be a little bit of a film Friday. Strick, when you tell me that Nebraska needs to, sometimes fake it, to me, what I'm envisioning is kind of an overloaded weak side, and then the guy that it would normally get the dribble handoff is going toward the middle of the floor. So if Kansas State doesn't want to allow middle, either you get that guy the ball with a little bit of a head of steam, maybe a head start, or they're going to jump and not let you middle. So then you keep it and that strong side is all cleared out. So it's either drive with no help or kick to the weak side corner in secondary action.
Yeah. And again, it could be a dual slip. Meaning, okay, we're doing that. I'm faking like I'm going to come slip. And then I'm running the other guy slip. And you might get something on the second slip because that's just something they're not expecting. They're expecting handoff. Now, if they're going to let you over the top, your counter to that is over the top Keisei Tamanaga roll to the basket, feed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you may want to throw a couple of those type of counters on, depending on if they're going to topside you, meaning when I say topside, I wish I could, some of you guys may be like, what in the heck is he talking about? Topside. When I say topside, that's when I go back to the Allen Iverson situation where Allen Iverson used to try to come over the top. Like think about the arc of the 3-point line, right? You have a center and a forward on both elbows. They're trying to set screens.
Iverson coming from the left wing.
He runs the arc of the 3-point line over the top. So I topside him because I'm facing over the top because I want him to go underneath or back door. That was their counter. Their counter was to go back door, run him out the other side, and run him off of a screen.
Gotcha.
I want that instead of coming over the top, right?
Right.
That's what they may try to do to Nebraska is do a lot of topsiding or jumping those flips and so forth and so on. So we'll see.
And if you're Nebraska, I think you welcome that because you have a good passer in Rink Mast. You have good cutters. We've seen Keisei Tominaga. Last year's chemistry with Derek Walker as he got hot, that was huge. But Rink Mast has found all sorts of guys cutting. CJ Wilcher, Bryce Williams, Juwan Gary. I think there's even an avenue to have Mast find Alec in the right situation as a cutter. I think Nebraska, like you said, needs to do what it's good at, but also not be afraid to mix in some of those counters because it's shown some natural kind of proclivity for that anyway.
No doubt about it. And the way that Alex is going to find himself, because if he stays perimeter dominated, they're just going to wave him off like they used to do to LSU's.
Right.
Was it LSU? Yeah. Where Caitlin? No, it was South Carolina.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark was like,
"Go ahead,
shoot." But actually, she's balling.
She's better
this year.
Yeah,
she's a lot better this year. She went in the gym, and then that's what I'm saying about Alec. I've been in the lab, off-season work. But for Alec, it's got to be finding those drop zones, finding, whether it be in the middle on drives or it's that short corner for one-step dunks. Like that's what I would be working on Alec for is even if you're on the perimeter and guys aren't going to be looking at you because they're going to be looking for help, you want to find those drop zones. So don't stand out behind that 3-point line, come in, find drop zones, and then be able to finish at the basket.
And not that Josiah Alec can't shoot, but you don't want to rely on it, right? He's got to, like you're saying, find those drop zones, whatever those opportunities are, because his first move can't just always be cut, mess up spacing. But when it's open, there's other stuff going on. That's where I think you trust Josiah Alec as an older player to recognize the correct opportunity, right?
That's what I'm talking about. Yep.
I think balance for Nebraska is also going to be big. Kansas State has only 3 guys scoring in double figures. They're all perimeter oriented. I know Kaluma's listed as a forward, but he's definitely an inside out type of guy. The jump shot's still coming along. Nebraska's got 4 guys in double figures, a couple guys up there at 6 or 7 points a game as well. Is there a most important player for Nebraska in this matchup, or this is going to be a team kind of by committee sort of game?
I think it's going to be a team by committee, but I'm really looking for CJ Wilcher to have a big game. I'm looking for them to really be focused and honed in on Bryce. Definitely Tamanaga. They're going to be top-siding him.
I think it's Perry on Tamanaga.
I want action with Tamanaga that is going to put Tyler Perry in a spin cycle where he's bumping and grinding on people coming off screen. And I'm talking about I'm not talking about run bys. I'm talking about putting bodies. Rink Mast, Alec, Jop. I'm talking about strong shoulder bodies on people, on him. I'm running some actions with that. And I'm talking about even it has to be plays. Like I want to wear him down, putting bodies on him. So
because you have the bodies to do it now.
Exactly. So definitely that. But I really think CJ Wilcher, if he comes with his mind right, could end up having a big game. Because I think they're going to be focused on Tamanaga, Bryce, fast paced stuff of Jamarcus. Yeah. Those are the things they're going to be looking at, and obviously stretch situations. I think CJ is going to find himself getting opportunities to get some good looks this game.
Kind of like we talked about with volleyball, right? If they take away the stars, the role guys have to step up. You know who's on the top of the scouting report. So there's going to be those moments for CJ Wilcher. If Eli Rice gets in the game, seems like Fred Hoiberg is going to play him a little bit more. If Josiah Alec can't go, Matarjo, what you got, young fella? Even if it's just in spells, can you control the glass? Can you run to the rim? All that stuff.
Rim run. Like if I'm Joe, I'm beating Jamarcus down and find me, big boy. I'm ready.
Lead me. I'm in the red zone. Throw it up.
That part.
Yeah,
that's if I'm him, that's all I'm doing. Rim run and rebound. Rim run, rebound. Double R's.
Straight up.
Triple R's.
Triple R.
Rim run, rebound.
Reading, writing, arithmetic? Nope. Rim, run,
rebound. That's it.
Straight up. Nebraska, Kansas State on Sunday afternoon. Basically the same time as Nebraska volleyball taking on Texas. So a couple great chances for the Huskers to exact some revenge on some former Big 12 foes. I will be down in Manhattan. I know y'all will be locked onto the volleyball game on your TVs, but if you're following along on Twitter for the Husker men's basketball game at the very least, I'd appreciate it if you'd make me your source for that coverage there at Austin_Orman. I'll be live tweeting the game and give you pictures, videos, all that sort of stuff. And then not sure what the plan for post-game is, but I know we'll react to it in some form or fashion here on 93.7 The Ticket. Don't forget, we are partnering with Linked to Literacy. They're in the house here at 11th and O Street. A great cause. We just had Ashley in at the end of the 2 o'clock hour explaining what the mission of Linked to Literacy is, how you can be involved. We'd appreciate it if you would stop by, say hi to them, say hi to us. Lots of great prizes available for you. If you get a coffee at the mill, some of your proceeds are going to Link to Literacy as well. Great cause. Really appreciate Link to Literacy for the work they're doing. Ticket community, we know you guys have stepped up for plenty of other nonprofits and great initiatives in our community. Let's do it again here for Linked to Literacy. We'll take a break. When we get back, we got Steve Sipple of Early Break with Sip and Jake, also writing for Husker Online. We'll talk to him about maybe some Husker hoops, but a lot of Husker football, big picture things. Dylan Raiola commitment. We're waiting on it still. But Sip joins the show in just a little bit.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Blecker and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Blecker and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Fairway Meat Market. If you're looking for that special gift for somebody, look no further than the holiday gift box. 2 8-ounce ribeyes, 2 8-ounce New York strips, 2 8-ounce pork chops, 2 8-ounce chicken breasts, and 2 5-ounce steak on a stick. All packed in a holiday gift box for just $59.99. They also have gift cards that are a great stocking stuffer. Your holiday starts at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Become a member of the YMCA today and enjoy access to all 4 Lincoln locations. Free group fitness classes along with member pricing for the whole family on youth programs such as swimming, dance, and basketball. The YMCA even offers free health assessments to kickstart your workout. Start the new year off right as a member of the YMCA and enjoy no initiation fees through the end of the month. For a list of locations and to join, visit ymcalincoln.org. The YMCA, for a better us.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better. New year, new career. The new year is just around the corner. Why not start it off strong with a new career? General Excavating is looking for qualified underground utility project managers. Check out our website, generalexcavating.com, or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Happy holidays from General Excavating.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block. I'm Austin Norman. He's Erick Strickland. We go to our VIP line brought to you by Aloe Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. We bring in one of our favorites, one of your favorites here at 93.7 The Ticket. Hear him on Early Break with Sip and Jake, also Coach Bill Bush. Read his work on Husker Online. Steve Sipple, our own Steve Sipple. Steve, long time no chat. How are you, my friend?
Good.
Shut up, Sipple.
Hey, what's up, Strick?
I heard you today. Did you take that L today, Sip?
I did. I'm not very good regarding Western movies. Never have.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Really? That's good to hear. It seems like around here you take a lot of guff for that, maybe because I don't know, but I've never, Westerns come on, I'm always kind of like, no, I'm not doing this.
I mean, if it ain't Clint Eastwood or anybody like that, I don't think I even, remember anything of it, So I don't even remember the good lines that they be saying. The ones where they put the toothpick in their mouth and they say a good line before they pull the gun out and twirl it after they didn't. I don't even know any of the good lines, bro. I know
what you're talking about. Maybe it's something late in life we could do.
Yeah, maybe that is the case. Yeah.
What are you guys talking about today? What's a hot topic?
Well, I think you know what the hot topic is, and let's keep it in the Western theme. Who's the next gunslinger for Nebraska at quarterback? Is it Dylan Raiola? Is that trending Nebraska's way? Can we expect a commitment, or is it still up in the air?
Oh, I mean, I think there's a really good chance. I don't know. I mean, I've learned not to go all in on hardly anything when it comes to recruiting. He's here, it seems like if it lines up well, it's teed up for Nebraska. So yeah, I mean, I think there's a great chance, Austin, and it's going to happen. I wish I knew when. I heard you guys talking earlier. It could happen. His visit would end Sunday. I wouldn't expect it to happen tomorrow. His visit ends Sunday. So I'd anticipate Sunday or Monday.
Is that soon enough for Nebraska to get working on other guys out of the portal? Because we know it's National Signing Day, or the early signing day on Wednesday, but Nebraska hasn't been very active at other positions in the transfer portal. We know about their dalliance with Kyle McCord, but is Nebraska waiting to pursue other positions till they have quarterback settled, or what's up with the timing of Nebraska not really seemingly looking at many other positions, at least publicly right now?
Well, there's 15 scholarships over right now. That's the reason, right? There's an 85 person scholarship limit, and Nebraska's, 12 to 15 players over. So there's never going to be much portal activity. So no, they're not waiting for anything. They just don't have room, Austin. It's not going to be like they get Dylan and then they're going to go in and try to get a bunch of guys, because there's no room for them. So no, that's the reason, Austin. They're way over. I mean, they're way over the scholarship limit.
Which makes sense. So if Nebraska is way over the scholarship limit, maybe the dream for a lot of people, I think myself and Strick included, was go get two guys out of the transfer portal at quarterback. But that looks more and more unlikely at this point. So how important is it for Nebraska to kind of make a re-sales pitch to Chubba Purdy to come back and compete for the starting job?
I think it's important the way things shook out. And I hope Chubba, I hope everybody understands that position, it's not going to be volatile every year, but it's going to be more volatile than like guys like me and Strick have ever seen. I mean, we grew up at a time where, they had their quarterbacks, you get 3 scholarship quarterbacks, and you kind of just understand they're going to grow in the program, and maybe one guy would be an incredible young guy, freshman, that could play right away and hold the job for a while. But even then there was some stability. I just think nowadays you got to get ready for volatility, like we've seen this, in this go round. It's crazy because there's money involved, and there's a transfer portal. There's a lot of money involved at quarterback. More so than any other position, of course, as you'd expect. And those quarterbacks are on the move. If there's not a clear-cut path to a starting job, it's not like every guy is going to jump ship, but a lot of them do now. So just look at the numbers, look at the transfer portal rankings, and you just, it's dominated by quarterbacks.
You mentioned volatility, which is not a word that Matt Rule and this coaching staff seem to like. They want to build that stability, have a solid base. But
right.
I think it's fair to say that stability isn't the absence of volatility, but it comes from how you handle it. What have you learned about this coaching staff and how they handle volatility in this new era of college football?
We haven't seen much. We don't have much to go on, Austin. I mean, it's just we're just kind of going on in a way this week, because there wasn't really volatility at this time last year, right? They went and got their guy Jeff Sims. There wasn't thinking back, there just wasn't a lot of volatility. Yeah, because Casey Thompson hadn't left yet. Remember, he didn't leave until the spring. So far, there's just a very limited sample size. As far as the way they're handling this, I mean, it's hard to judge it, Austin, because we don't have a lot of information. If we don't even know, I mean, if Dylan Raiola were to bypass Nebraska and go back to Georgia, my answer would be very different than it would be if Nebraska lands this plane, and does get Dylan Raiola. So there's a lot of information I'd still need to know before I answer how do they handle this. The one thing I'd say is I do like how aggressive they were right out of the gate when the portal opened, and the Satterfield flew around the country, going quarterback to quarterback, trying to upgrade the position. So I did like that part of it. And then, we've been all wrapped up in this Kyle McCord, Dylan Raiola discussion. And I just don't know. I don't even know how they attempted to handle it. So we'll see. This stuff is evolving, and sometimes your answers have to kind of evolve with it.
And that's just the thing. Nick, our favorite Nick Sainert, was getting called out a little bit for everything he was saying about McCord. But what we keep telling people is that, especially with recruiting, it is so volatile. There is so much that can change so quickly based on, it's just whims in some cases. And some people change their minds, which makes some other people change their minds, and all goes from there. So I think it's important for fans to remember that any information that they get or that we give, which I hope they're getting their information from us, because I think we do a really good job at verifying it before we say anything. But information changes, minds change. So we're not flip-flopping on purpose. We're not trying to lead you astray, but we're trying to read the minds of an 18-year-old young man who has the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Right. That's well said, Austin. It is pretty unpredictable. I mean, just look at this week, how unpredictable it was when, I first started getting wind of Dylan Raiola perhaps visiting here and committing to Nebraska on Sunday, and I almost couldn't believe it. And I literally thought some of the people were just messing with me that I was hearing from. And then it all, think about it. Think about Monday, how that changed, like the Kyle McCord situation. And it did change it. I mean, it's pretty evident that it did. And if that's not the reason that McCord chose to move on, it was still, from what I hear, kind of startling to him that all this got dropped right as he was in town. So I don't know. I mean, I'd like to hear from Kyle McCord or his dad, but and see what the deal really was. I guess until then we just speculate.
Regardless of what it was, what it wasn't that led to that decision, this is a big year too for this coaching staff, given the changing Big Ten. So, Sip, I think that most people don't really care. Like they might have their preferences one way or another for how the product on the field looks and who the names are. But I think more than anything, fans just want Nebraska to get it right. They have a chance to have a do-over in the transfer portal or at the quarterback position after last offseason. But it's just important for Nebraska to get it right, preferably this year, but sooner than later, no?
Oh, no, 100%. That's a good way to put it, Austin. Get it right. Now you're going to get me revved up. I mean, that's exactly right. This is not playtime anymore. And I like Rule's approach. I go back to the Satterfield, Marcus jetting all over the country looking for a quarterback. I've said it a few times. I can imagine Rule telling Satterfield, I don't care if you have to scour the earth in a private jet. Get an upgrade at the quarterback position. Find a quarterback that's dependable, because you're not going to have the comfort of a kind of mediocre division anymore. Mm-hmm. Now you got these teams moving in from the West Coast, and it's real now. It's not just a fun little story. I mean, Chubba's a nice story, but you got to be honest with yourself. I mean, all of us do. Can you win at a high level with Chubba? I think that you could win at a high level with McCord because it's proven. He proved he could win at a high level.
He won more games last season than Nebraska's won in the last 2.5.
Right. He's proven. And it's not just a cute little story. I mean, he was a 5-star quarterback. He's 6'3", 215 pounds. He threw for 3,170 yards. He was stable. He won the job. He won a job at Ohio State, which is, as you guys know, hard to do. I mean, think about every day you're competing at Ohio State. That helped him. So that was a signal to me, a good one, that they weren't just Rule's not messing around here, and it's not just, well, let's see what we can do, and then kind of hope for the best. And that can't be the plan, you know.
Hope is not a strategy.
No, it's not. Thank you, Austin. It's not. So they tried, and now I heard you guys open the show, and you spoke with a lot of urgency, and I was glad to hear it. It's got to happen here. If they get left in the dust by Raiola, I don't know. I don't know what the next plan would be.
And I want to ask you about a different part of that conversation too, right? I think there's a lot of weight already being placed on Dylan Raiola to commit, but also to step in and be ready day one. Here's the thing. He's a freshman stepping into the Big Ten. Like, it might be the third best football league in the world, maybe second best, however you view the SEC. So that's why I think a lot of fans, and even myself from this end of things, were very comfortable with the idea of a Kyle McCord for a year, give Raiola time to get, a better body, get a better mind, learn the ropes, and not have the weight of the world on his shoulders. Nebraska can't let him leave without a commitment, but Nebraska also can't place everything on his shoulders. They have to upgrade the rest of the roster, and they have to make him feel valued and cherished and invested in without, acquiescing to any sort of demands he might make, holding him to the same standards as they do everyone else. And by making him actually earn and win the job and not letting him all of a sudden become bigger than the program.
I heard you talking about that. Yeah, you just said a mouthful. I don't know if you can accomplish all that, but yeah, you try. You try. The thing that has made the most sense to me throughout all of this, and frankly, when I keep saying I'm kind of disappointed it didn't work out with McCord, it's not that I'm disappointed that Dylan entered the picture. I just thought that grand plan was possible that you alluded to, which is McCord, coming in, being the guy and helping groom Dylan, and not throwing a freshman into this very, very difficult league, which it looks like is going to have to happen. I just thought it'd be better to have a veteran player. That's when I say I'm disappointed. I was disappointed. Like, I was really disappointed Wednesday when that news broke that McCord had moved on. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what to tell you, Austin. I mean, do you give assurances to Dylan Raiola? I don't know. Does he expect them? I don't know. Again, these are all things I just don't know. A lot of this we'll find out a little bit, I think. At least we can ask when Matt Rule, he'll meet the media on Wednesday, on signing day, early signing day, and he'll talk. It's at 1:30, and we'll try to get as many answers as we can. But until then, we're just sort of, I don't know, kind of flailing away a little bit.
Let's turn the page here for just a second, Steve. I saw you at the Nebraska men's basketball game against Creighton and then again against Michigan State. Huskers are 8-2 right now. Big game in Manhattan on Sunday. What do you make of Husker men's basketball in year 5 under Fred Hoiberg right now?
Well, I mean, there's definitely a lot of potential there. And they're interesting. They're interesting to me because, I mean, these last 3 games have been really interesting, the way they've gone off. Now, the Michigan State win was obviously gigantic, and they look good. I mean, they beat Michigan State. Michigan State didn't give them the game, and that's important. That's an important distinction to make. They had to beat Michigan State. You generally have to beat an Izzo team, and Nebraska shot 64% in the second half against the Tom Izzo team. They made, they went 8 for 8 from the line in the last couple minutes. We've seen Nebraska falter in that area in recent years. To a large degree, I've seen them lose games because they couldn't make free throws. Mm-hmm. No, they made them. And then they were even on the boards with Michigan State. Michigan State's not great, They're not great, but it's not because they don't have talent. They're pretty good. They're pretty good talent-wise. They just don't. It doesn't. My assessment of Michigan State is they look good. They have talent. They don't. It's not a great mix, and I don't mean personalities. I just mean they don't move the ball like you're kind of accustomed to seeing Michigan State move the ball and get open shots. It looks like they're a tick off a lot of the times on offense. But give Nebraska a lot of credit for taking advantage of it. So, hey, Austin, I'm still a little bit game by game in the assessment. I imagine the Kansas State game will be very close. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, I thought the Creighton, I was saying all week, I thought the Creighton game was going to be close, and Creighton won by 30. So I don't. Two things you can say for sure about Fred's team is they're veteran and they have depth and they're pretty good shooters. So that's their strengths. And against Michigan State, they played much better. They played much better to paint. Their bigs played much better than they had against Minnesota and Creighton.
Last thing in the Husker weekend, then, probably last thing we've talked about, but definitely not last on people's minds. Husker volleyball gets a shot at Texas on Sunday. Just how big a matchup is this, and what would it mean for John Cook to get number 5 against Texas with this group in particular?
What would it mean for John? He's done so much, right? He's still hitting at such a high level at kind of an advanced age. He's kind of a marvel. I mean, he's a living icon in the sport. And you know what? There's not that many people you can say that about, right? But he is. And he's put together this team that's so rich in talent. And Austin, you talk about it. I know you guys talk about it. They have no seniors.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be a force next year. Now, as far as Texas goes, it's a bit of a nemesis for Nebraska. Not as much of a nemesis as Wisconsin. We kind of thought maybe Nebraska would catch a break if they got Texas, and then look what Texas did. I mean, Texas steamrolled Wisconsin. With the last 2 sets, I think, was it 25-16 and 25-13. So it's kind of a be careful what you wish for. I didn't see the Wisconsin-Texas match. I didn't watch it because I thought Wisconsin would win easily. So it's very interesting. I guess the one thing that's really interested me about this team is Bergen Riley.
Mm-hmm.
They have a freshman quarterback that's doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's a freshman, and I call her a quarterback. She's a center, I get it. But she's a quarterback, and that's a freshman. She's a freshman. She was the setter of the year in the Big Ten, not the freshman setter of the year, the setter of the year.
Period.
Yeah. What John did was find a quarterback. I mean, that's a lot of this. And I think Riley gets overlooked a little bit. But it's pretty amazing to me that they have a freshman in that critical position, and they're going to have her next year.
Pretty incredible. That'll take place the same time as Nebraska and Kansas State. Steve Sipple with us on our Allo VIP line. Steve, as always, appreciate the time. Have a great weekend.
You guys have a great weekend. Take care. We'll do it again.
That we will. Steve joined us on our VIP line, brought to you by Allo Fiber, where we understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. Really appreciate Steve's insight. Make sure you catch him during early break with himself, Jake Sorensen, and then Coach Bill Bush. But this is On the Block. Erick Strickland to my left. I'm Austin Norman. We'll cross it over. Jay Foreman in the building. Get you all set up for old school here in just a couple minutes.
It's Teddy Bear Toss Night at the Icebox this Friday night as the Lincoln Stars host the Tri-City Storm at 7:05. Bring a teddy bear to the game and toss it on the ice after the Stars score their first goal of the game. All bears will be donated to community action to benefit local children in need this holiday season. Purchase your tickets now for Teddy Bear Toss Night at LincolnStars.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
My dream was to work in commercial banking.
but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com. Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
Attention holiday deal finders. This Saturday, December 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Body Shop will be having its first ever gift card sale day. Get incredible discounts on 60-minute and 90-minute services. Normally, gift cards are purchased online, but on Saturday, you must come into the office to purchase the gift cards and receive a discount. Don't just get gift cards for Christmas, but also for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and more. That's this Saturday, December 16th, for the first ever gift card sale day at the Body Shop from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 48th and A.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're here on the block. Austin Orman, Erick Strickland, joined by Jay Foreman. Stricky, you just brought this up. We didn't get a chance to talk about it throughout the rest of the show, and I don't steal too much of Jay's thunder because I'm sure this will be coming up on Old School. How about them Chargers? How about them Chargers?
Dang, I didn't think it could get any worse than what was that? Was it who took that?
Was it
the Raiders? Broncos
against the Dolphins.
Oof! I didn't think it could get any worse than that.
That was worse.
That was
42-0 at half.
But 42 at half.
But it was like
Dookie
threw a tin horn.
Man, listen, bro. Is it a wrap for the Chargers, my boy? Is it blow up season? Like, is it like time to just like literally blow the whole thing up?
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, a lot of those guys on that team, because they're extremely talented team. You got to think, you got Derwin James, you got Bosa, you got Khalil Mack, you got Herbert, the quarterback, you got Austin Eckler.
Had J.C. Jackson,
but he was a head case anyways. But you got new receiver you just drafted out of TCU.
Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston.
Yep, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, Mike Williams when he's healthy.
Gerald Everett.
Gerald Everett is a tight end. You got Keith Murray, the linebacker from Oklahoma, first round pick. You got some dudes. You got talent. This ain't a talent thing. But what's going to happen is if Bill Belichick coming over, I can guarantee you, it's pushing the red button. Some people are going to be ejected.
And the GM's
what
gone
was that
too.
song by Keith Murray?
It's
just like that. I get in you. Yeah, that was him. That's what happened.
Yeah, and so what
it's
happens?
Just like that. They got
even once they get a new coach, a new GM, they're gonna blow it up. So then they're gonna realize, like, man, we had it pretty good. We didn't. There's something.
Is it internal? When situations like that happen, is it an internal thing?
It's not just based on this coach.
Yeah,
it's decision making, it's ownership, it's leadership, it's all of it. It's look, man, these guys that look like a bunch of guys out there that have taken that NFL opportunity for granted, and they were just like, bump it. And the Raiders are a rival.
Yeah,
the Raiders scored 0. They just lost the game 3-0 against the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
You turn around
4 days earlier,
and you're gonna turn around and let them score 42 on you in half
in a short week.
Essentially, had one practice. Because you play Sunday strict, like you play Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday is recovery, and you might watch some tape. You practice Tuesday, Wednesday just a walkthrough with hats on, tee it up on Thursday. Yeah.
One practice,
and you might not even practice. You might just kind of just get loose.
They
ain't
ain't really
bit.
time to scheme up or do anything.
I mean, you might do it, but you ain't out there really
right,
hitting.
Right.
You just hit 4 days ago.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
That was the true example of a team going out there quitting.
Station 9.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Long. I ain't gonna be here too much long. I had to go out to Crete to speak at Crete High School. Shout out to Crete High School today. The wonderful ninth graders out there and the awards that they received. It was great to go out there. They were very attentive and listen. And then my boy Austin wants me to
I'm asking. It's gonna be worth your while.
Go out and shout out to Lincoln Lutheran.
Yeah.
So I can't stay too long, but
we'll get you out of here.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Stricky.
Yeah.
What's coming up on Old School here, Jay?
Obviously it's the weekend. Is the weekend a rapper or a singer? Whatever he is, this is the weekend. This is the weekend. This is the visit. And you know what the expectations are, what the realistic expectations should be, and also is there some guys here that are up their sleeve that look. I mean, you had DeMoss, his trip got canceled.
Transcripts.
So. Well, transcripts. Well, then that means somebody else got to get on the script. Who are you going to get there? So, we'll see what happens. We'll talk a little NFL news, obviously with the Chargers. Aaron Rodgers is practicing. Bills and Cowboys this weekend. Dak,
excellent.
Yeah, Dak and Zach Johnson and
the neck in Houston.
Yeah, Davis Mills is playing. I just got the thing. CJ Stroud's out, man. I'm
disappointed.
Davis Mills is not it. So we'll see. Good Friday though.
Can't wait. That'll be Old School with Jay Stricky. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend, my friend.
Yes,
be back at it on Monday, hopefully, with good news. Old School next.
Happy holidays from Fairway Meat Market. If you're looking for that special gift for somebody, look no further than the holiday gift box. 2 8-ounce ribeyes, 2 8-ounce New York strips, 2 8-ounce pork chops, 2 8-ounce chicken breasts, and 2 5-ounce steak on a stick. All packed in a holiday gift box for just $59.99. They also have gift cards that are a great stocking stuffer. Your holiday starts at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
A child's learning doesn't just happen in a classroom. It happens wherever they are, all day, every day. What you teach your child at home is every bit as important as what they learn in school. Talk to your child about your family, your history, the foods you eat, the holidays you celebrate, and the values that are important to you. Tolerance, honesty, respect. Remember, you are your child's first and most important teacher.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to